Palestine so they'll hear it. We chant it so we know. When we say the people united will never be defeated, internalize that. Believe it. Your message is not just for them. Yes, our message is for them. It's for us too. We are 2 years into the genocide, 77 years into occupation. Everybody is tired. That is why our numbers are going lower, but I don't want anybody to be discouraged by that. It doesn't matter how many numbers we have. Focus on yourself and the effort that you make. Focus on the people that you can encourage and educate. Do that. Focus on that. Don't think about how big the problem is. Think about what role you have in the solution. So every time you chant, believe what you are chanting. When we say from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free, say inshallah. Say God willing, this will be true, and believe it in your heart. Because we have been promised by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala victory. So we have to keep in our prayers Gaza all the time, in our minds, in our hearts. Always. We never lose that. We raise our hands and we make dua, we pray. But we don't stop there. We get up, we stand up, we march, we chant, we sign petitions, we write letters. We do anything that is in our power to do. Anything we can do to help. Don't let anybody tell you that it's not changing anything. Don't let anybody tell you that the boycott isn't working, that the MPs are not listening, that the petitions don't mean anything. You do what you need to do. You tell them to do what they need to do, and you keep doing it, because we are going to be asked about this one day. What did we do? And I'm going to say, I came and I screamed my lungs out and I left my voice on the street because that's all I could do, but I did it. So keep that in mind.
Grandparents from Palestine, Jaffa. And I went to Palestine first time in my life. I am the only one after occupation from my two sides of my family, my dad's side and my mom's side. And I went to Palestine. I prayed in Al-Aqsa twice. And before I die, I always wish all the Muslims and everybody prayed, all the Muslims around the world pray in Al-Aqsa. أولى القبلتين وثاني الحرمين. I never cry in my life as much as I cry in Palestine. Believe me, because I felt that it's in my heart. I am one. It's in my blood. As my grandparents were born there, and they left in 1948 to Beirut. And unfortunately, it's a beautiful, beautiful country. And we deserve it to be there as a Muslim and Palestinian.
Inshallah, let's make dua for this sister to one day return. With all of us and all of the people who have been taken from that land, who've been dispossessed of the land, who were kicked out of the land, that everybody can return and all of the generations after them, and all of us who stand and see what is happening. And it breaks our hearts. One day, inshallah, may Allah make it so that we can all visit there. Ameen. I'm going to teach you guys a new chant while they're strapping down the speakers so we can march. It's a poem, so it's 8 lines long, okay? So, I'm going to teach it to you so that when we get on the road, you're going to know it, okay? So I want you to repeat each line after me. We're going to do it 3 times, okay? First line, Bismillah.
I just want to share with you one thing, please. So, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask us about our works, about our intentions, not the result. We're not here to free. We know that it's God dwelling there, but we will be asked about our works, what we did for that. What we did. Did we raise our voice? Did we educate our circle? Did we pray? Did we make dua for sisters and brothers in Gaza?
Every time you eat a meal, every time you sleep, every time you look to your child, think about our brothers and sisters there. Look around you. Look for everybody here that you don't know. And that day, Allah will ask you, what did you do? And you will say that there is a witness that I tried my best. I give my time, I give my prayer, I give my money, I try my best. This is what you will ask for. You will not ask that, did you free Palestine? I tried my best. I tried my best wherever I was there. May Allah help us all. Thank you so much. We will start now.
Jazakallah khair. Are you guys ready to march? You don't really sound ready. It doesn't sound ready to me. Are you guys ready to take the street and march? That sounds ready. All right. We are going to be going west on Lawrence, okay? We have one lane, and the sidewalk. Please do not spill over into the next lane. We want to keep everybody safe. We want to keep this orderly, okay? We are going to go to Victoria Park, and then we are going to end back here. Okay, so everybody's car is parked here, you can come back and get it, all right? So there's water at the truck if you need it, but I'm gonna ask you, please, everybody please listen. There is an order to this. We have the truck in front. We have the truck in front, then we're gonna have myself and the other chanters and speakers, the drummers. We have a banner. These sisters here are holding this banner for us. Everyone else needs to stay behind the banner, okay? This is very important to keep everybody safe, to keep it orderly. So, important things, stay in the one lane that's designated to us, as well as the sidewalk. Stay behind the banner and chant at the top of your lungs. Announcement for those of you, I love to see people join here about to march. You will see the truck in front. Then you will see the chanters, the speakers, the drummers, and a banner. Please get behind the banner. If you are standing on the sidewalk, please take those few steps, get behind the banner now so we can keep this safe and orderly. And remember, one lane of traffic and the sidewalk. Behind the banner, one lane of traffic and the sidewalk. I don't want to have to stop the chanting to say this, so please, let's all follow the instructions so we can keep the momentum, we can keep it going, and we can keep screaming. We're going to take a little break from chanting.
Alhamdulillah wahda, wassalatu wassalamu ala man la nabiyya ba'da. Today, at the intersection of Lawrence and Warden, has decided to send a message to the world that we will not be silent while the Israeli occupation is committing a genocide in occupied Palestinian territory. This genocide has not been taking place for 2 years. It has been taking place for decades. Before the formal declaration of independence of the Zionist state, Jewish paramilitary forces like the Haganah and the Irgun were forcibly displacing Palestinians in cities like Jaffa and Haifa with the active support of the colonialist powers at the time. Don't let anybody tell you that this thing started 2 Octobers ago. Don't let anybody ask you, do you condemn this or do you condemn that, as if history started on a particular date 2 years ago. Absolutely not. The atrocities that have been being committed by the Israeli occupation have been taking place for decades, but they choose not to mention this in the narrative. They choose to ask you about some arbitrary date because the lives of Palestinians are worth nothing, according to the mainstream media and even the so-called alternative media. This is the narrative that they spin. This is what they try to tell us, that everybody here is here only to support terrorists. As if we're not here to support the rights of people to their land. Rights that have been enshrined in the Geneva Conventions. The International Court of Justice has ruled in 2014 that Israel is required to withdraw from all occupied Palestinian territory. The International Criminal Court in The Hague has outstanding arrest warrants for Prime Minister Netanyahu and the former so-called Defense Minister Yoav Gallant on suspicion of war crimes and crimes against humanity. These arrest warrants were supported by a former justice of the court who is himself not only a Jew, but a Holocaust survivor named Theodore Meron. You can Google him. Are all these people anti-Semitic? Are all of the Western doctors, like Dr. Mark Perlmutter, a Jewish-American orthopedic surgeon from North Carolina, who said that he saw Palestinian children being targeted by Israeli snipers with shots to the head and to the chest. Is he an anti-Semite? What about Omar Barkov, who has been cited by the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum as a leading specialist on genocide? He is an Israeli Jew himself, and he said what has been taking place is a genocide today. He joins numerous Israeli Jewish scholars, American Jewish professors, all reputable international human rights organizations like Amnesty International, which recently published a report which documents systemic sexual abuse and rape. I'm afraid to even say that word in the presence of so many children, but this is what is happening to Palestinian hostages long before October 2023. Why isn't anybody in the media talking about them? Why are they coming here and trying to dehumanize us and trying to demonize us and trying to tell us that we're out here to support terrorists? They are the terrorists! They are the ones supporting terrorists because they are the ones that are supporting this narrative by which a state is allowed to commit a Holocaust in the 21st century with impunity. And our Canadian government is still sending weapons to the Israeli military. We hear of one unspeakable atrocity after another. Most recently, when the Israeli Air Force attacked Nasser Hospital, and then they came back and attacked it again to kill the rescue workers that went to save the victims of the first attack. And then, after Netanyahu had the nerve to come online and say this was a quote-unquote mishap, then the Israelis said they were targeting a Hamas camera. What does that mean? What about this thermostat? Is this a Hamas thermostat? The lies and the atrocities are starting to fall apart because even Israeli Zionists are starting to say there's a problem with this. The former Prime Minister of Israel, Ehud Olmert, alayhi min Allahi ma yastahiq, himself said that what his country is doing is a war crime. The official spokesman, you can Google every single one of these names and you can fact check every single one of these sentences. Daniel Hagari himself said there's no way to defeat the resistance because every time there's a foreign military occupation, there will be a resistance. The former head of the Shin Bet, who was himself the commander-in-chief of the Israeli Navy, Ami Ayalon, said that the only way for Israelis to have peace is through the establishment of an independent, viable Palestinian state. So when we take these streets, don't let them gaslight you and tell you you're here to support this cause or you're here to support that cause. Absolutely not. We are here to support the international law, the international institutions, and most importantly, we are here to say that the people in Gaza have an inherent right to resistance. And anybody that tries to stigmatize you and demonize you for speaking the truth because they would never accept these standards for themselves. If any one of our homes were attacked, if any one of our families' lives were in danger, we would do the natural thing to defend them. And that is exactly what the Palestinian people have the right to do as well.
Stop for a second. You gotta stop for a second. I need everybody to get behind the banner. Please get behind the banner. If you're not a chanter, a drummer, or driving the truck, you need to be. If you are standing on the sidewalk, if you are standing in a parking lot, don't stand there. Come join us. Get behind the banner. Punch with us. If you are driving on the street, it's a Sunday afternoon. Park your car and come and join us. You have seen it with your own eyes. There is a Holocaust taking place before our very eyes, televised. No one has an excuse. No one has an excuse to be silent, to sit back and do nothing. We all have a responsibility. Park your car. Come join us.
Those that are standing in the parking lot seeing us, wave your hand. You see us? We are not here for your entertainment. We're entertainment for you to make pictures and video. We are here so you
join us. You understand? Palestinians will be slaughtered, and the return of the slaughter is not here to entertain us. We are not here for your entertainment. We are here as a reminder of what's going on, so you see us and you join us, inshallah. Remember, whatever we do, we're not here for anyone's entertainment.
The terrorist, racist, so-called state of Israel, the Zionist entity, is committing a genocide in Gaza right now. Tens of thousands of documented deaths, probably hundreds of thousands undocumented. People lying beneath rubble. If you can imagine your own children worried that they will be bombed in their homes, not even in their homes, in their tents, because they've been forced to leave their homes. And if the bombs don't kill them, Israeli snipers are shooting them in the head as they wait for aid. As they wait for aid. Shame! And if it's not the sniper shooting them in the head, heard me make that dua at least 3 times already. And I want to stop here at this intersection to remind everybody why we're here. For those of you who are not Muslim, I apologize. I'm Muslim. I speak from an Islamic perspective most of the time. But hopefully what I say will be relevant to you. If you don't know about Islam, I'm going to teach you a little bit about Islam right now. In Islam, we are judged by our efforts. So when we see a genocide taking place in front of our eyes, we have to get up and do something. We cannot Free Palestine. We cannot sit back and do nothing. We cannot sit back and just watch. We have an obligation, a religious duty, to get up and do something. I am so happy to see so many people who came out in Scarborough today. So happy to see all of these people. We know the numbers here should be much higher. We do. I know that. But I'm not going to dwell on the negative. I'm going to focus on the positive because there's a lot of new faces that I see right now. I know many of you, maybe this might be your first rally. Maybe you couldn't make it downtown to the rallies that they have there. But we came to you in Scarborough and I'm glad to see that you came out. I encourage you every time you see an action, come out. Don't let anybody tell you that it's not doing anything. Don't let anybody tell you that it's not changing anything. It is doing a lot. In the scales that will weigh on Judgment Day, it is doing a lot. God is looking down on us and seeing what we are doing. If all we can do is scream at the top of our lungs, free Palestine. If all we can do is scream at the top of our lungs, this is a genocide. That is something. The person who is telling you that that's nothing, they're lost. They're misguided. They've given up. We pray for them that they will come and they will join us. But focus on you. Do not get tired. Do not get burned out. Keep standing up for Palestine. Every petition that is sent to you, sign it. Every letter that is sent to you to send to your MPs, send it. Every time you learn that it's a new product that you should boycott, boycott it. Every effort counts. Every effort adds up. Please, please. And then come out. Go and park your cars. Get out of your cars. Come and join us and help us stand against this genocide. There is a Holocaust, a modern day Holocaust taking place in front of our eyes. It is live streamed and televised. Nobody has an excuse. Nobody has an excuse to say they didn't know. Nobody has an excuse to say they didn't know. The people of Gaza were being slaughtered. They were being bombed in their homes. When they are displaced from their homes, they are bombed in tents. If they are not bombed in tents, they are shot in the head by Israeli snipers as they wait for aid. Shame! And if they survive that, they starve to death. Have you seen the images? Have you seen the videos of the children? They are maimed. Chemical warfare is being used on these people. Their skin is being burned from their bodies. They are emaciated. They have no food. They have no water. How can you not care? How can you not take 20 minutes out of your day on a Sunday to come and stand with us? Where is your heart? Where is your humanity? Is it still beating in your chest or is it dead? One day we will be asked what we did. What are you going to say? I am going to say that I stood in this intersection and I tried to get people to understand that this is a genocide. This is wrong. There is no two sides to this. It is not a conflict. It is not a war. You cannot be neutral. When you stand silent, you stand with the oppressor. The only way to stand with the oppressed people is to get up and join us in this march, is to sign the petition, is to email and call your MP, is to boycott Coca-Cola and Pepsi and Starbucks and McDonald's and everything else. Everybody should have an app on their phone that tells them everything nowhere. Think about the children who have been blocked from getting to their homes, who have been blocked from aid sites. Think about them. If you're in the apartment building watching down on us, if the parking lot, if you're in a restaurant, come join us. What is stopping you? What is stopping you? What is so important that you have to do on your Sunday? That you can't come and say free Palestine stuff? What is so important that it's more important than children being massacred? Come join us. It's not too late. Come join us before it doesn't matter. Come downstairs. Come join us in this march and scream. Stop standing there on the sidelines! Do you see who's police? Why are you standing on the sidelines? Why don't you come and join us? Do you not want to see? Do you not want to see an end to this genocide? Do you not want to see an end to the Holocaust of our times? Does it not break your heart? Does it not hurt you? What better do you have to do? What better do you have to do than to scream at the top of your lungs that this is wrong? That this is wrong! That children should not be slaughtered! Children should not be murdered and bombed and shot and starved to death!
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everybody. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here today, because this shows that each and every one of you, 2 years later, are still standing for the people of Palestine, for the indigenous people of Palestine, who are being slaughtered, who are now in an official famine. But you have chosen to be here and stand up for them. I want to congratulate you for actually staying here and keeping up, because it's easy. I swear it's easy to burn out. I swear it's easy to go with a movement because it's the thing and then phase out. But when it's in your heart, when you know intrinsically and extrinsically that something is wrong, you stand up. You stand up no matter what. Whether it's the people, the indigenous people of Palestine, whether it's Congo, whether it's the people of Sudan, wherever in the world, the people of Rohingya, the Rohingya people, the Uyghur people of China, whoever is oppressed, we stand with them. I want to take a moment, especially to talk to the youth, the children. I want to talk to you because to see you here makes me shed a tear. Why? Because you chose to stand up for every single indigenous Palestinian child instead of sitting home and playing video games. You decided that you will stand up for your fellow children, your friends in Palestine, instead of staying home and watching the next movie. I'm proud of you for being here, and I want to tell you that you are the future. You are the future liberators of Palestine and of Al-Aqsa, inshallah. I want to remind you that in your schools, don't let your voice be silenced. Stand up with your parents, stand up with the community, and continue to voice your concern for the children of Palestine and for the men, women, and children of Palestine. Don't you stop. I want to also remind you of the history. I want to remind you of your own history. Remember, in recent history, we have Bangladesh as an example. We have Syria as an example. When the people rise up against the oppressors, the people rise up against the oppressors, the people always win. I want to remind you of Vietnam. I want to remind you of Japan. I want to remind you of Algeria. 132 years of colonization. 132 years years of colonization. That's 6 generations. And today, they stand free. Because they stood steadfast. 132 years of standing steadfast. And the people of Algeria, the indigenous people of Algeria, kicked the colonizer French out. This is the hope that we have. History is always on our side. We look at ancient history. Look at Pharaoh. Look at Pharaoh. What happened to him? Pharaoh of Egypt. Yes, he was oppressing the Bani Israel. True Bani Israel. Who is Bani Israel? Not what we see today. Bani Israel are the children of Jacob, of Yaqub alayhi salam. Not this fake Zionist entity, so-called Israel. Nah, this is not real. When Bani Israel were being oppressed, who saved them? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, God Almighty. This is what history shows us. When the oppressors oppress the oppressed, Allah, God, Hashem, always protects them. No matter how long, the test will always be in this world. We will always be tested. That test might last 1 second, or it might last 132 years. But it's your steadfastness. It's how long you stand on the right side. It's how long you stand for the truth and for those who are indigenous to their land. Whether it's in Palestine or it's in Canada, we stand with our indigenous brothers and sisters. And we always stand with them. Please come up to the front of the truck and we will accommodate you. Inshallah.
This is my 7th day without solid food. Can you imagine the Gazan people, how are they surviving for months right now? Please, with each meal you're having, remember that there are thousands and thousands from our brothers and sisters are not having this meal we're having right now. Please, I urge every one of you to fast 1 day to test their feelings. Thank you.
Please remember, let the truck move out. Let the chanters, the drummers move with the banner. Stay behind the banner. Bismillah. Free, free! For the people who are parked here waiting to get through the intersection. You're upset that we blocked you. Maybe you're late for something. I'm sorry, but there is a genocide happening in front of our eyes. There is a Holocaust happening right now, and we can't just sit back and do nothing. This is the least that we can do. I hope you will open your hearts. I hope you will open your eyes and open your hearts and realize that we are not the problem. We are not the problem. The fact that we have to be here is the problem. Because our government continues to send arms to the terrorist
see they donated some 50 drinks for us. The two sisters are gonna walk. If you never had any water, especially, get some first. If you have water, maybe give it to somebody else. The drinks. Maybe also support us here time where we started from the right here at Warden and Lawrence, inshallah. The sisters will hand them out. Start from the back. Start from the back. Sorry about that.
I'm going to deliver a specific message to the people who feel inconvenienced, the people who feel like these agitators are blocking intersections. Why don't they go back to where they came from and fight these battles? Why are they coming to Canada and bringing their problems with them? Deport them all, send them back to where they came from. We've heard it all. But I want to remind everybody that can hear me today that we are fighting for real Canadian values. To the police that decide to spend their budget in their drones that fly overhead to monitor us and to do biometric surveillance on us, to put us in a database, to try to intimidate us, and to try to stigmatize and criminalize people who are speaking against the genocide. Wouldn't it be better if police resources go to prosecute the Canadian citizens who have decided to fight overseas? The Canadian citizens who are fighting for the IDF. How about we prosecute them under the Crimes Against Humanity and War Crimes Act of Canada? How many police officers present here today know that if Netanyahu were to step foot on Canadian soil, the police, perhaps not Metropolitan Police, perhaps this falls under the jurisdiction of the RCMP, the police would be required to arrest and detain him as Canada is a signatory to the Rome Statute. Canada is a member state of the ICC. To all the police officers who have grandparents who fought in World War II, do you think your grandparents who were veterans fought in World War II because they were worried that the Nazis are going to sail across the Atlantic Ocean and attack the maritime provinces? No, they fought in World War II because every time fascism surfaces, it is the responsibility of free people to fight against it. And just as the Canadian Armed Forces bravely fought the Nazi fascists in World War II, so too are we gathered here today to speak against fascism in the 21st century. So to everyone who feels inconvenienced and feels like these people are agitators and these people are blocking traffic and why don't they go back to where they came from, let me tell you that we are continuing the long-standing tradition of Canadian values in fighting against fascism and fighting for freedom and liberty. How many people sitting in your cars blocked at the intersection have young children? I have a 3-year-old. How many of you want to live in a world where we can watch children being bombed, when we can watch a foreign Air Force indiscriminately bombing densely populated civilian neighborhoods so that today over 20,000 children have been killed? Do you feel content raising your children in a world like that? What do you think will happen? Today we're tolerating this in Gaza. What do you think will happen tomorrow? What do you think will happen next week? You think they're not going to come for your children? You think they're not going to come for your freedom and for your liberty? There's one thing that history teaches us, and that is if you are silent and complicit while people's basic human rights are being stepped on, while people are being slaughtered from the sky, that will come back to you. So we are here to say we do not support this type of state-sponsored terrorism. And we're calling on our Canadian government which lied to us and said that they are no longer supplying the Israeli armed forces with weapons. And now we know that is a lie. The Canadian government continues to sell weapons to this genocidal army. And the Canadian government, every time we hear of another atrocity, what does the Prime Minister do? He issues a statement. He writes something down on a piece of paper and he says, we condemn this. Is that enough? So we're calling on our Canadian government to enforce domestic and international Canadian laws. We want to prosecute the Canadian citizens who are serving in the IDF, and we're standing for Canadian values. And that's the reason why we're gathered here today, and that's the reason why we're inconveniencing you at this intersection.
All of you feel inconvenienced. I hope your heart will move. If you're standing on the street, come and join us. What is stopping you? What is stopping you from getting behind this banner and marching with these people who can't stand to see a genocide take place? What is stopping you from parking your car and coming and spending 10, 15, 20 minutes with us? Are these children's lives not worth it? Do you not see what is happening in Gaza? Do you not see the bombing? The gunshots to the head of children, the starvation. These children have their skin burned from their bodies. They are maimed, they are disfigured. If you haven't seen it, go and look it up. 2 years of this, nobody has an excuse. Nobody has an excuse to say they didn't know. What will you tell your children? What will you tell your grandchildren when they say, Mom, Dad, Grandma, Grandpa, there was a Holocaust. There was a second Holocaust committed by the descendants of the first Holocaust. What did you do? What did you do when you saw this? What will you tell them? Tell them that you parked your car and you came and you stood with us and you chanted with us. All right, I want to hear from the people in the crowd. How many of you guys, how do we feel about that? Do we know French?
Yes.
Yes? No, I can't. It's easy, it's easy. Nothing you are doing right now is more important than what we are doing on the street. Please come and join us. Please come and join us. We are almost done our march. We just have a little bit more to go. If you can, please come and join us.
Businesses and pro-Palestinian businesses and restaurants, mashallah. May Allah put barakah in your businesses, inshallah.
And I also want to shout out, who are here in Scarborough has been to Om Anas. Om Anas, who has been to Om Anas? The owner, actual Om Anas, is here with us as well. She has been asking us, when will we come to Scarborough? When will we come to Scarborough? Palestine? We are here only. We are here only.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. I'm going to address some people who are out here who I haven't addressed this yet, and I don't think any of my comrades have. All of you police officers, oh my goodness, has anybody counted? Has anybody counted the number of TPS officers out today? I don't even know what to say. What are you protecting? We are literally marching peacefully in the street. Why are all of these police officers needed? Why is all of this money being spent? You guys have been out here listening to us Has anything shifted in your heart? Do you feel anything? Are you just happy that you're getting overtime pay, that you get to come out here and stand around and get extra pay? Is that all this is to you? Do you see the children being bombed? Do you see the people being slaughtered? And what you choose to do on your Sunday is you choose to take the assignment to come out and stand like that, trying to intimidate us. Trying to intimidate us like we're doing something wrong. Are we doing something wrong, guys? No! Are we doing something wrong? No! I haven't seen us do anything wrong. I haven't seen us do anything illegal. Anything even, like, not even illegal, but just wrong that would upset people. Literally, we're just out here saying, hello, there's a genocide. There's a Holocaust. Please pay attention. Please do something. Please call on your government to call for an arms embargo. That's all we're doing. But I don't know why the city of Toronto feels that, I don't know, how many, like 100? More than 100? What do you guys think? More than 100 officers here? How many police vehicles? They're the ones blocking you. They're the ones who are blocking the streets for miles so that you can't come down here and listen to our message. So that fewer cars are moving through the streets because they don't want our message to be heard. That's what your tax dollars are paying for. Don't let them tell you it's our fault. It ain't our fault. We don't need all these cops here. We can move peacefully. We don't need this. We are not the problem. You need to ask yourself who the real problem is. It's definitely not us. Because all we're saying is this is a genocide. Help us stop it. Help us free Palestine. If you have ever looked at a people who are being oppressed, if your own people have been oppressed, invaded, and had their territory occupied, you should see yourself in Palestine. When we say we are all Palestinian, that is why. You should see yourself in what is happening to these people. You should stand up and say something and do something. If you don't know, go and educate yourself. If you do know, educate other people. Do something. You just stand there and you film us. That's great, fine. But we're not here to entertain you. We're also not here to inconvenience you. Our whole purpose here is just to open people's eyes and open their hearts and open their minds so that they see what is happening is wrong. So that you come and you join us and you stand with us and say, are you guys ready to leave? Are you tired? No, you want to keep going? Listen.
Did you guys know when there's a gathering, if the name of Allah or the Prophet ﷺ is not mentioned, that gathering is void of any blessing. So always when you come out, have a tasbih or some reminder. Allocate a few minutes at every rally that you attend. Every gathering you attend, allocate a few minutes in the remembrance of Allah, inshallah. Always do that so the gathering is accepted. Before that, there's a key. You want to deal with the key or after? Hello, the key? Do you want to deal with that key now? Somebody dropped a key for a van. Christ, is it yours? It's his, we got it done, bismillah. The barakah of the child here, he wants to read Quran. The guy found his key, mashallah. What's your name? Mashallah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وأن اعبدوني هذا صراط مستقيم ولقد أضل منكم جبلا كثيرا أفلم تكونوا تعقلون هذه جهنم التي كنتم توعدون اصلوها اليوم بما كنتم تكفرون اليوم نختم على أفواههم وتكلمنا أيديهم وتشهد أرجلهم بما كانوا يكسبون.
MashaAllah. Okay. It's kind of the end time, but everyone back there come closer a little bit. Just come in a little bit, we're almost done. So we spent some time advocating, speaking, yelling, inshallah it gets accepted.
Emotion because it's 2 years of like.
My question for you is, education. The Zionists spend a lot of time and money on being educated. They stick on certain talking points and it confuses us. I get confused sometimes when they make these points. But this, but that. And it's hard to speak. We just say free Palestine. But you gotta be educated. First thing I'm gonna say, how many of you had a Coca-Cola in the last year? I have, I'll admit it. I've had a Coca-Cola and then someone talked to me and said, why are you drinking Coca-Cola? I'm gonna tell you about Coca-Cola. Maybe one person will learn and act upon it the same way I acted upon it when someone explained it to me. In your heart, put your hands up if you love Palestine. Okay. But actions speak louder than words, right? Did you know Coca-Cola? There's a lot of things to boycott, I'm telling you. It's very confusing. People say boycott this, boycott. I understand it's not easy. Why is it making that noise? I don't know. Thank you. I should know that. So many times we're told boycott this, boycott that. Put your hands up if you're confused what to boycott. I'm confused. You're being honest with yourself, no problem. On the list of boycotts, there's certain things, it depends on their impact on how things are being affected, I understand. One of the worst is Coca-Cola. And Google it and search for it and validate what I'm saying. Coca-Cola has a manufacturing plant in an illegal West Bank settlement that houses Israelis. So when you buy Coca-Cola, that Coke is being made on land that the Palestinians were kicked out of and killed. Coca-Cola owns so many products. Search it. So when you drink that Coke, Palestinians were killed, ethnically cleansed, genocided. When you're removed from your home, that's a form of genocide. So Coca-Cola, of all the ones, that's one of the worst. So when you see that can, say, I'm not gonna drink that, I'm gonna drink something else, and you will be rewarded. It's okay. Not all of you will act upon it the way I didn't act upon many things. It just takes that right person to say the certain thing at the certain time, and Allah will accept it. When you see a Coca-Cola wherever you go, even if it's for free, I used to drink it if it was for free. It's for free, someone's offering me, I'm gonna drink it. No, take a stand. I'm not gonna drink that because between me and my Lord, I'm not gonna drink it. Don't just believe what people say on the mic. Google search it yourself. Coke has a manufacturing plant in an illegal Israeli West Bank settlement. Don't drink Coke. There's so many other products, but you're gonna get confused. Coca-Cola and all its affiliates. So on the level of BDS and what to boycott, it's one of the worst of extremes. There's certain companies that support the Israeli economy that we should boycott. There's certain ones that whose owners are Zionists and we should boycott. But Coca-Cola is on top of the list, the most severe. It can't get any worse than that. Make intention. Inshallah, I'll never drink Coca-Cola again, or any of its products. Inshallah. Allah will accept your intention if it's acted upon, if you have sincerity. Another question. How many of you have reevaluated your life since October 7th? Put your hands up. How many of you have reevaluated your relationship with your mom or your dad or your siblings or your kids or your employment? Hands up, that's it? Okay, no problem. Any more? I have. We've seen so many people reevaluate their relationship, their life purpose. Why? It took people to be genocided for us to realize the importance of our parents or our siblings or our children? Because you reevaluated your lives, you'll put your hands up. But it took a genocide to happen, so be it, it happened. But don't go back to normal. When everything is done, inshallah, soon, don't go back to normal. Because then it was for nothing, we didn't learn a damn thing. If we reevaluated our lives, for each of us it's different. But we can't go back to normal, whatever that was. And when I said be educated, we hear the words occupation. How many of you, especially the youngsters, have you heard the word apartheid? You heard that word, right? Hands up if you heard the word apartheid. And they'll try to explain to you, no, the Palestinians, the Arabs in Israel are treated equally. Learn about these words. There's a civil law and there's a military law. Learn about these things in that context. I'm not here to teach you everything, just certain words. And educate yourself on how Palestinians in the West Bank get certain rights but the Israelis and the Zionists that live in the West Bank get certain rights. So when somebody says there's no apartheid, then you know what to say. You're gonna say, no. The Jews, the settlers in the West Bank have citizenship, but the Palestinians don't. And that's the truth. The Palestinians, when they get arrested, go to military law, military courts. But the settlers go to civil court. That's a difference. But you're not gonna know this if you don't learn about it. So my pledge to you is get educated. Get educated on these words. There's another key word, Israeli absenteeism law. Google it, Israeli absenteeism law. And when they talk about Sheikh Jarrah, you heard that word in the news in 2021. Sheikh Jarrah, put your hands up if you heard that word in 2021. I heard it. Sheikh Jarrah, and they were saying Mona El-Kur and her family was being kicked out. And the Zionists will come to me and you and say, that's a civil dispute and the courts will deal with it. That's a landlord and tenant dispute. You heard these words. And then I'm like, okay, maybe there's a dispute and it'll be rectified. But because of this Israeli absenteeism law, the rights of the Palestinians are gone to their property. The Palestinians only. But you won't know that unless you Google it or search it and understand it. So when they speak to you, you can speak back facts. That's what they don't mind us yelling on the streets, I'm telling you. When we yell on the streets, they don't mind. What they hate is if we get educated and know how to teach others. They don't care when we say free Palestine and the occupation. They care if we know the facts. So that's what I just want to impress upon you. And mashallah, when I say people's lives have changed through the protest, through the barakah of the Palestinians, we know like 13 people at least have become Muslim through the rallies and the protest. Over 2 years we've met them and now they're saying Assalamu alaikum, the men are hugging us, man, the woman hugged the lady. I became Muslim, I accepted my shahada. That's what it's all about. Not because of us, because of the Palestinians and how they've been reacting. So all of us have to behave appropriately also. Have a proper code of etiquette. When you're on the street, when you're chanting, don't have a cursive tongue. Act appropriately. Those Palestinians have so much dignity. You ever see them swearing? You never see the Palestinians there who are dying. You never see them swearing. You never see them saying any bad language. So what excuse do we have? I didn't mean to take so much of your time, but I know how it feels. Get educated on the words and don't drink Coca-Cola. Okay, inshallah. Jazakallah khair. And always take a portion of your time in a rally to say some remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Are you guys ready to go home? You want to chant some more? Yeah! I mean, when I asked the last time, you were a lot louder, so I feel like you're getting tired. Do you guys still want to chant some more? A little bit more. So what I want to ask, if anybody has a child, and you're okay with them coming up to the front, I want you to bring them to the front and we're going to chant together, inshallah. If there's any children here and you want to chant, please come to the front. I know you guys want to chant, come on. Come to the front, yeah, you come. Come. No, it's okay, you can come. We're going to chant. I'm going to say the chant and you're going to repeat it. I'm going to put the mic in front of you and you're going to repeat it. Don't be shy, guys. Don't be shy. You'll see some people doing it and then you'll want to come, so you come. Bismillah. Bless all the parents who bring their children out and show them what it means to stand up for something meaningful and to do something worthwhile with their time, to not stand by and just watch what's going on. May Allah bless you all and reward you all, especially the parents for bringing their children, especially the children for chanting with us. Inshallah, we are going to pray Asr in about 15 minutes. Or sorry, about 10 minutes now.